welcome David Roman.
Welcome to Lenovo's product launch. Welcome to this incredible facility, Kabelberg. In fact, when I was told that we were holding the event in a factory in Berlin, I didn't think that we'd have a cathedral inside the factory. This is a great place to be. Now, for us, it's very fitting to be in Berlin to unveil what we see as some of our most exciting, most transformative products yet. Berlin is a city that we at Lenovo really identify with. It has transformed so much over the last 60 years. It's transformed beyond all recognition and it's seen as a city that really is different than other European capitals. And it's seen as something that is dramatically different. Different for us is key. Different for us is a really important thing. Lenovo as a company is focused on different and being different. And my text is not progressing here. Being different for us, as I said, is key. And our philosophy of different is better that you'll see at the event tonight, you'll see all around us, is not just for having bragging rights for doing things differently, it's not for claiming industry first. Difference for us is really about that focus, that relentless focus on innovation, that focus on innovation to create something truly special. And tonight, we've got some of those products, some of those things that we think are truly special and truly different in terms of products, and that's what we want to show you. Now, a lot of the technology that we've seen, we've all grown up with, we've dreamed of, and we've seen in movies, we've seen in books, now is becoming mainstream. It's no longer just for early adopters, it's no longer science fiction. It's out there today, it's for everybody, and that's what we're going to show you tonight. It's real, it's here, and that's what we're going to do. Now you're going to hear from our Motorola team, and Jim Thiede is going to take you through some of the brand new things that we're doing on the Motorola side for smartphones. Jeff Meredith, who's our General Manager of the Consumer Group, will show you how personal computing has gone way beyond computers as devices to smart, connected, immersive devices and experiences, and we'll show you some really cool things there. But most of all, we want to make sure that you not only get the presentations, you get to experience the product. So at the end of this session, those doors will open up, and you'll see that we have what we call the experience zones, and you'll see the rest of this huge factory is set up for you to be able to try out, get hands-on experience, all of you, hands-on experience of all of the products that you're seeing on stage tonight. So we're going to try and keep this part to a minimum so we can get you to the hands-on experience. So let's get right into it. We'll kick off with smartphones, and let me bring on stage Jim Thiede.
Thank you, David. It's an exciting time for us in mobile as we continue to experience strong global growth. Our Moto Z and Moto Mods products have been very well received, and we've sold millions of them throughout the world. If you've been following us recently, you may have noticed we introduced the second generation Moto Z Force about a month ago in New York. It's literally the only phone with the display guaranteed not to crack or shatter. No other OEM makes that guarantee. It is the latest in features in dual camera technology. It has the latest in Moto experiences to make using the phone more easy and more pleasurable. And of course, it fully supports our Moto Mods ecosystem. I'm pleased to announce it's now coming to Europe in late September, so you can see it along with several Moto Mods, including our new 360 camera mod and our Moto Gamepad mod in the demo area later this evening. Of course, this isn't the only reason why we're here today. I'm very proud to introduce you to our fourth generation Moto X. The new Moto X is a smartphone that's been crafted to perfection. It's built of glass and metal, and it's an ode to the modern design philosophy. It has seductive 3D glass contours that makes it beautiful to look at and pleasurable to use, and elements like a unique watch dial bezel and diamond-cut side keys that exemplify its attention to detail. The new Moto X also comes in two very on-trend colors, super black and sterling blue, and it has a reflective film beneath the rear glass that also makes it look different every time you change the viewing angle. The Moto X's good looks are also matched by a durable build designed to protect against life's little issues. It features an IP68 water and dust-resistant design and scratch-resistant Corning Gorilla Glass on both the front and back of the phone. The glass and components are supported by an all-aluminum frame that provides strength and rigidity while maintaining a very light weight. It features a 16-megapixel front camera with a flash and an adaptive low-light mode for truly awesome selfies in any light. You can also have fun with a variety of filters. And of course, we include other selfie features like beautification mode, so you'll always look your best. We've also added a very cool panoramic selfie. So now you're able to capture more in your selfies to better share your experiences. With the new Moto X, you'll get professional-looking photos with the latest in dual camera technology. A 12-megapixel camera with dual autofocus pixels for extremely rapid focusing, and an 8-megapixel wide-angle camera with a 120-degree field of view for stunning landscapes and getting more in your shots. But rather than me talk about the camera, let's look at a few of the pictures. This was taken in a challenging lighting environment, and as you can see, it's vivid, it has sharp focus, and it has great detail in the shadow. All marks of an excellent camera. This is an image that was taken in the standard mode, and as you can see, very quality, but contrasted to this image, which was taken in wide angle mode, and you can see there's much more in the shot, perfect for landscapes and getting in large groups of people. The additional benefit of dual rear cameras is the creative ability that it offers. Because the cameras can actually sense depth, they have the ability to distinguish between different focal planes so the photographer can apply effects to different elements of the image. Selective focus is one of those effects. It allows the photographer to apply a blur effect to the background or foreground to accentuate one aspect of the image to draw the viewer's eyes to that particular element. As you can see in this image, the image on the left has the foreground blur drawing your eye to the woman. The image on the right has the background blur drawing your eye to the flower. Applying selective black and white is another creative option. By applying it to the background, you can see here that the black and white truly makes the flower stand out. Spot color, similar to selective black and white, but slightly different, allows one to keep one color in the image and turn the rest of it black and white. In this example, you can see the photographer chose to keep the yellow of the woman's dress, but she could have easily chosen to keep the red of the man's shirt or the blue from the woman's vest or the man's jeans for a slightly different look. The camera suite does more than just taking edit pictures though. Beginning with the new Moto X, we're building more intelligence into our cameras as well. Landmark recognition is an excellent example of this. Simply point the lens at a landmark, and Moto X will automatically ask you if you want to learn more about it. This building is the Merchandise Mart, a famous landmark in Chicago, and our mobile device's US headquarters. Moto X recognizes that, and it takes me to Wikipedia to get more information if so desired. The new Moto X is also smart enough to recognize objects. You can point it at an object and it'll tell you what it is. In this case, Brussels sprouts. It'll provide me with actionable links to Wikipedia, and if I'm looking for more information like nutritional value and recipes, I can get that as well. Moto X can scan barcodes to shop for an item, or it can scan a business card and enter it directly into your contacts. In this example, it's scanning a box of facial tissues, and it takes me to Amazon to actually make a purchase. I truly love the new camera suite in Moto X, but but I'm also really excited about our audio innovations. You can now connect up to 4 Bluetooth audio devices for immersive sound to fill your apartment or your home. You can have 1 speaker in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, 1 outside on the balcony, and 1 upstairs, all playing the same synchronized music and controlled directly from your Moto X. You can even take it on the road, so you can share a playlist out running with your friends or at the gym for a better run or a better workout. And while some OEMs allow for 2 connections, Motorola offers 4. Another outstanding feature is Amazon Alexa. With Moto Alexa, you can manage voice, you can control alarms, timers, music, calendars, shopping, and more. You can also see Alexa cards for things like the weather. And unlike some mobile implementations, with Moto X, you don't have to open the app to actually make it work. You simply say Alexa and your query, and it automatically does it, even from a locked home screen. That's pretty cool, and that's unique to Motorola. We introduced a number of new Moto experiences with the Moto Zs as well. Experiences like Show Me that simplify voice commands, as well as Quick Reply, which provides a user the ability to respond to a message directly from a locked home screen. Moto X supports all those in the prior Moto experience, but it brings a few new ones too. Experiences like Quick Screenshot. Now you can easily capture a screenshot without fumbling with side keys. You simply put 3 fingers on the display and you capture a super easy screenshot. Moto Key is another new Moto experience that comes with Moto X. It allows a user to securely sign into websites using just your fingerprint, so you don't have to remember passwords, pins, or user IDs. It works on mobile sites as well as traditional websites, as well as devices like your PC, so you don't have to enter several keystrokes throughout the day, every day, just to use your computer. When it comes to performance, the new Moto X excels. It boasts a Qualcomm Snapdragon 630 octa-core processor for a smooth, buttery UI experience and excellent gaming. It has a 3,000 milliamp battery, so you can power through the day. It features our turbo power charging, so you get 6 hours of power in a 15-minute charge. It has 4 gigs of memory, up to 64 gigabytes of storage, and it is similar in nature to all Motorola devices. It features micro SD expandable memory, and this one supports cards up to 2 terabytes. So I know I've told you a lot about Moto X, and I want to summarize it. But rather than me do it, I'm going to do it with a video, and I'm going to come back in a minute, and I'll tell you where you can get your Moto X.
Hello, Moto.
It'll begin rolling out in late September to countries in Europe at €399 and other markets later this fall. And with that, I'm going to hand it back over to David Roman.
Thank you very much. Really, really cool. Love that part. And as I said before, you'll be able to try that out for yourself out there afterwards. In fact, you can actually take the Moto X and put it into a bucket of water, which I enjoyed doing before. I know I enjoyed trivial things. So now let's move on to the next series of products that we're going to show you. And this comes from our computing and personal devices group. And let's welcome on stage Jeff Meredith, the GM of that consumer group.
Welcome, even all of you way back there in the back. My name is Jeff Meredith, as David mentioned, and I lead our consumer business within our PC and smart devices organization at Lenovo. For many years, Lenovo has led in delivering compelling PC experiences. We're proud of our ability to continuously push boundaries, reinvent and reimagine the traditional category of PC to give our consumers a better way to work as well as to play. The Lenovo consumer team will continue to focus on PCs, but we're also expanding beyond that. One of our principal objectives this year is to continue making our PCs great, industry-leading, but also to give our consumers some of the very best experiences within all of consumer technology. To do this, we've teamed up with top players across tech as well as entertainment to deliver some very unique and intuitive experiences for our consumers, whether in our PC, tablet business, or in emerging categories like AR, VR, and smart home. As many of you know, Lenovo has never been a company that shied away from taking risks. The Yoga franchise is truly a great example of this. So let me give you a little bit more idea of what I mean by this. Roll the video.
Today, same, looks, same, writes the same, bends the same, stop, be different. Y-O-G-A, looks, writes, bends, looks, shines, different. 9 to 5, 5 to 9, different is better. Boss. Powered by Intel i7 processor.
If different is better, I certainly think we're better, because that's a very unique TV spot that features our Yoga franchise. 5 years ago, we set the standard for premium consumer PCs with the debut of the industry's first convertible, our Yoga. A PC that flexed and adapted to meet users' needs, whether it was for productivity or for entertainment. Since then, we've improved the Yoga design every year, and this year is certainly no exception. So with that, I'm very pleased to announce our latest and greatest Yoga, the Yoga 920. Yeah. You can see the thinness in the profile. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Yoga 920. It has all that you would expect from a flagship product. Near edgeless 4K display, 360-degree surround sound provided by Dolby Atmos, and up to 15.5 hours of battery life. But we've taken it a step further. We've added pen input for the very first time in our Yoga franchise with Lenovo Active Pen, offering more than 4,000 levels of sensitivity in the pen. The Yoga 920 lets users write naturally as if they were using a standard notebook. We've also added Cortana, a far-field voice recognition technology that enables you to speak to the device from up to 4 meters away. Users can easily send emails, update their calendar, check morning traffic simply by asking Cortana. In the spirit of replicating smartphone connectivity, we've also built in a feature called Constant Connect into our Yoga 920. Constant Connect enables you to stay connected in standby mode. So, just like your phone, you can use key features while saving precious battery life. You can listen to your favorite music on Groove. You can receive and send Skype calls. And in addition, the Lenovo Yoga 920 is the very first in a wave of products that will enable you to perform everyday tasks, like checking the weather, simply by asking Cortana, all in standby mode. Lastly, you can, with the touch of a finger, wake up and unlock the device. The Yoga 920 packs all of these features into an even thinner, and lighter frame, under 14 millimeters and 1.37 kilograms. It comes in 3 colors, platinum, bronze, and copper. It'll be available in September. As we all know in the case of PCs, what's on the inside is just as important as what's on the outside. And we've gone all out with the Yoga 920. To help us understand a little bit better what's under the hood, I'd like to invite a good friend and our partner from Intel, Chris Walker, on stage with me. Welcome, Chris.
Thanks, Jeff. It's great to be with you here in Berlin. You know, Intel and Lenovo have a long partnership and a shared belief to create immersive, intuitive, and personal computing. I'm really excited to see the new Yoga 920 as a beautiful demonstration of that shared belief. I'm also very excited to see Intel's latest technology, the 8th generation Core i7 processor that we just recently released, powering the Yoga line.
You know, Chris, many of us in the room, if we peer down at our PC that we use every day, would find that we're using a 6th gen or a 7th gen Core i processor. Tell us a little bit why it's important that we consider upgrading to the 8th gen.
At Intel, we reimagine each generation through the lens of the customer. And the new 8th gen Core is our most powerful processor for modern computing. For tasks like productivity, multitasking, it's a whopping 40% faster than just what we released just last year. And actually outside this room, there's far too many people that are still computing on a 5-year-old PC. And for those, their productivity is going to be twice as fast. But it's also performance people can see and feel. Many people are sharing and creating their memories in 4K video. And for those kind of uses, the new 8th gen Core processor is really going to be a dramatic difference. A task that used to take 45 minutes can be down to 3 minutes now. And all that power, all that performance, there's no sacrifice in form factor or battery life, as we saw with the beautiful Yoga 920 design. Thinner, lighter, and all-day battery life. And with built-in security, we've been able to make things like login or payments that much more secure with your fingerprint reader, so that you can use secure pay services like PayPal or UnionPay with ease.
You know, Chris, as our devices become increasingly more mobile, we've started to, really think about the technology on the outside, or the technology that we embed, but also to look inside. And you know, on the Yoga 920, we've done some things. In addition to being one of the first to add the 8th gen processor, we've gone beyond just personalizing the user experience to also personalizing the covers. So I wanted to share with our audience some of the things that we've done. We've worked with young talent at the Milan Design School. And from the work that we've done, crowdsourcing work that we've done, we had an array of amazing designs to pick from. But we've selected one. The Yoga 920 Vibes is the winner of our competition. And I'd love to invite Luis Amanad. Luis has joined us today. Have a quick stand. Luis is the winner of our design competition. Thank you very much. He's the student designer that brought this design for us, so great job. But that's not all. We've also done some unique things on the covers of the Yoga 920 with a partnership that we've talked a little bit about in advance of this meeting with Disney and with Lucasfilm. I'm sure some of you have heard rumblings about this partnership. And I'm pleased to announce that in addition to the Vibes version that you just saw, we have 2 other special cover designs in partnering with Star Wars. I'll let Chris take one of them, and I'll grab the other. So, for the first time ever, I'd like to unveil the Yoga 920 Star Wars editions. I have the Rebel Alliance.
I ended up with the Galactic Empire edition. What are you trying to say, Jeff?
I think you're channeling your inner dark side there.
Well, as long as it embraces the power of the 8th gen Core.
Yeah, it does. That and the dark side. So, These two new editions will be available at the launch of the product, and they have everything from the insides that's in the Core 920, but Gorilla Glass on the outside, so that you have both an unbelievable look as well as a durable finish.
You know, I know my daughter's going to love this design, and I hope we can get it for her for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
Hey, thanks for some great designs to take out the best of the technology we do together.
Yep.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Moving away from our PC business and our yoga franchise, I'm going to talk about an emerging business that really, we believe, will help shape and define the immersive, personalized computing industry, AR and VR. We certainly see a huge potential in both AR and VR, and our goal is to become a market leader in this space. After tonight, I think you will see how serious we are at truly establishing leadership. One of the key questions that as an industry that we must ask ourselves is what would trigger an average person, a mainstream user, to put a headset on, strap it on, keep it on, and use it for an extended period of time for computing. We think that the key to this is to marry killer content with exceptional hardware. To gain broad adoption, we as an industry must offer the kind of emerging, exciting experiences that people are looking for, whether it's escaping to an exotic location, watching a VR home video of your family, or stepping into the shoes of a beloved character. A little bit more on this later. But it's also extremely important that the experience feels natural, it feels intuitive. We want our customers to use our products for a longer period of time, so we've designed our AR and VR devices with that in mind. Comfort, it can be literal. How great the product feels when you're using it, how it fits on your face, and how much weight you perceive on your head. But it can also be figurative. How easy it is to use, how simple to set up, and how simple it is to control. Over the last year and a half, we've partnered with the best in the industry to bring valued AR and VR experiences to our customers. Just recently at Google I/O, we announced a partnership with Google to bring a new standalone headset that runs Google's VR platform, Daydream. This will be one of the very first devices to feature WorldSense. It leverages the principles of motion tracking to give an even more immersive standalone VR experience. There are multiple benefits to this. It simplifies your setup. No need for any external sensors that you place throughout your room. As a result, you gain the ability to move freely, naturally in all directions. You can lean, you can duck, you can jump. While on the subject of a partnership with Google, I'd also like to just give a sneak peek, a quick reveal of another exciting collaboration that we're going to do in the coming year, smart devices. We've been working together with Google to team up and deliver a series of smart devices that will launch in early 2018. That's all I can say today on both of these topics, but stay tuned for a much more in-depth announcement at CES. Many of you sitting here today know we announced at CES this past year our intention to release an immersive headset for Windows Mixed Reality. I'm pleased to say it's finished, and it's ready to ship as we speak. So let's take a look at a quick video, and then I'll give you more details. stage tonight, Lenovo Windows Explorer. Designed for Windows mixed reality. I would put it on, but it might not be pretty. So you can try it on though when you get outside and have the full immersive experience. So Windows mixed reality is Windows 10 optimized for immersive computing. Lenovo Explorer lets you escape into vivid virtual worlds similar to what you saw in the video. From touring travel destinations to taking control of the story in AAA games. The Lenovo Explorer connects to and uses the power of your PC. In doing so, you can take advantage of the best titles, the best HoloLens applications, and more than 20,000 universal apps from the Windows Store. Now, how comfortable is it? I mentioned comfort just a few minutes ago. First, fit. At just 380 grams, the Lenovo Explorer is the lightest Windows MR headset available in this holiday season. It's built with high-quality foam at all touch points, and we spent a great deal of time in user testing to make sure that we got the touch points and the comfort right. Ease of use. With a single Y cable and a 3.5mm audio jack, you're ready to play. Built-in tracking, inside-out capabilities enable you to play from anywhere. Take your laptop with you, reset up in a few minutes, and you're ready to go. The Lenovo Explorer will be available this October, 1 month. Plenty of time for our consumers to pick one up for a great Christmas holiday gift. So, a few minutes ago I shared with you some of the work that we did with the Lenovo Yoga 920 with Disney and with Lucasfilms on our exciting new cover versions. But our collaboration with Disney certainly doesn't stop there. There's one last thing I wanted to share with you tonight. And to talk more about this, I'd like to welcome on stage our good friend, our partner from Disney, Mike Gosling.
Do we have any Star Wars fans out in the audience? Okay, great. So for 40 years, Star Wars has inspired fans around the world to dream of fantastic creatures and planets and adventures. And AR has always been an important, augmented reality has always been an important part of Star Wars from the very beginning. We all remember Princess Leia appearing early in the first film as a hologram. And who can forget when Chewbacca and R2-D2 played holo chess, the little monsters fighting each other. We've always wanted to bring these experiences to life, and the technology just has not existed to do this until today. We've teamed up with our friends at Lenovo to bring a completely new experience to Star Wars fans all around the world.
You know, one of the things that's been most exciting for us, Mike, in terms of our partnership with Disney is taking advantage of the opportunity to bring an AR product to market that was really rooted in a story, rooted in a character. By combining Lenovo's technology expertise with Disney's amazing storytelling, we were able to make the Jedi experience really come to life. And now, all of you tonight will be the very first to see this Jedi Star Wars Challenge, a smartphone-powered AR game experience.
So let's take a look at what fans can expect in the product. Our story starts with a Holocron. A Holocron is a Jedi artifact that can recognize Force-sensitive individuals, and then it will try and train them to be a Jedi Knight. So we begin with a map. You've seen galaxy maps in many of the Star Wars films. Our map is different. It has planets with challenges on them, and as you complete the challenges, you unlock new planets with more difficult challenges. So this is basically how a Jedi navigates all the training available. The first part of being a Jedi is learning how to master the lightsaber. We have 6 opponents, starting off with some of the most fearsome villains from the Star Wars stories, including Kylo Ren and Darth Vader. As you face them, you have to learn new moves and unlock force powers in order to win, and you also have to adapt to different kinds of fighting styles. But another part of being a Jedi is commanding troops on the battlefield. We allow you to recreate epic battles from the films, only on the floor of your room, at epic scale all around you. Now it's like action figures come to life, with explosions and X-Wings and Imperial walkers. You'll have to build defenses, command your troops and put heroes on the field in order to win. And you're going to need to acquire new units in order to defeat the increasing challenges as you progress. Finally, the Jedi has to train their minds to be able to outsmart their opponents. And we think holochess is a great way to do this. We've wanted to build this game since we first saw it on film 40 years ago. Our version has 8 unique monsters, and you acquire new ones as you play. Each monster has specific strengths and weaknesses, so strategy really matters.
You know, I think, Mike, after you've shared all of the experiences that people will be able to take advantage of as soon as they walk out those doors, everybody's probably pretty jacked up just to head on out and put on the headset themselves. So I know the first time that I experienced it, I was hooked, and I don't think I did a lot the rest of the day myself. But the hardware that enables it, let me take just a second and share with you the 3 components of the hardware offering that you need to bring the experiences to life. You start with the Mirage AR headset. This is the first element. Ergonomically designed, very lightweight, built for immersive experiences. It's designed so users can play for long, uninterrupted stretches without a hitch. This is the first element. The next piece, the saber. The Lifesaver Controller lets fans experience what it's like to wield a lightsaber. For the first time, they can face off against their enemies right in their own living room. This is a collector quality piece of hardware. And it also functions as your controller for all of your Jedi experiences. So, I'll let you hold this one too. Last, the tracking beacon. The tracking beacon ensures accurate tracking of your location while it expands and fills the environment in your immersive AR universe. So, how it works with the 3 pieces of hardware. I'll hold this one for you because I know I need you to do a quick demo. First, you download the Star Wars Challenge app, Jedi Challenge app on your smartphone. You slip the phone into the headset, very simple, and you're ready to play. So each of you, as you leave tonight, will get to take advantage of a quick demo that we put together to take you through each of the applications and the gameplay that Mike has shared with you. You know, as a Star Wars fan myself, it's been an awesome journey working with the team, the Disney team, in building this amazing experience. Jedi Challenge is truly like any other Star Wars game out there. And I'm pleased to announce that the Star Wars Jedi Challenge will be available for pre-order starting tomorrow. JediChallenges.com is where you make the pre-order, and it'll also be available in select stores throughout the world. It'll come on shelf right in just in time for Christmas in early November. So, a great Christmas gift for the Star Wars fans out there, which we know there are many, many of them.
Sure. Yeah, so hopefully it's clear that this is all about wish fulfillment for all those people who wanted to experience holding their own lightsaber. And we just are really excited to let everyone take a look at it.
Yep. Great having you here, Mike. Thank you so much. So, let me close out. From what you saw just now in the Star Wars Jedi Challenges to the Lenovo Explore immersive headset for Windows MR, we really believe that AR, VR, and MR are the next strategic step towards immersive computing. We're really glad to join forces with some of the biggest players in our industry, from Disney, Google, Intel, and Microsoft, to bring these amazing experiences to all of you and to all of our customers. Have fun with the demos. I'll turn it back over to David to close it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff. All I can say is wow. Thanks very much also to our partners, to Intel and to Disney. It's wonderful to work with you on these things. So we promised that we would keep this part short, so now those doors are opening up. We're going to take you through to the experience zones. There's also at the back of the room, there's a special room if you want to write some stories and send them out. And there's also a room where you can video the products on your own as well in a quiet space. So again, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome for being here. Please eat, please drink responsibly, and play with the technology and enjoy the evening. Thank you.